Hey my friends, welcome back to the channel. Let's play Yhargul Unseen Village today in Bloodborne. Also one of the big areas, a lot of great pickups and a lot of little hidden secrets. Now this takes place after we've already fought Rom the Vacuous Spider. So that's why we're in this area now. So let's get into it.
Why are you running?
Right, here we go with Yhargul Unseen Village. Like I said, this takes place right after the Rom the Vacuous Spider boss fight. You're going to meet some enemies on this platform and stuff. That's where that blood vial came from. Of course, there's a lot of blood chunks in this thing. Now, after the moon has descended, you'll see a lot of amygdalas hanging around this place. We're first going to go and get one of the headpieces that's hidden in this place. It's actually the iron Yhargul thing. But get rid of this guy in the wheelchair first, because that gun he has punches a hole through you if he hits you. So once we get this, I'm going to put that on because I think it looks cooler than the other hood. Makes you look like a soldier. Kind of got lost here for a bit. Just head back to the stairs. It's right there, but why I got lost, I have no idea. But what I wanted to say is this area contains a lot of blood chunks which you use to upgrade your weapon. That's a shortcut we're going to open up a little bit later as we head around the area. And of course, after you're done with this boss, this leads into Mensis, which we've already covered. You can fight these enemies. You might you'll see that these enemies are all red enemies, red citizens. Whenever you find this bell woman, kill her first, and that'll basically get rid of most of the red enemies. If you don't kill the summoning lady or the witch or whatever she is, they just keep spawning back. So you can kill them till the sun comes up, and they'll keep on spawning unless you kill that lady. Now normally I would jump down that little break there, but I'm going to go in here first. Turn around immediately because there's going to be a guy spawning right behind you. There's also going to be a big Uncle Bob over here. Obviously there's another summoning witch inside this place, so we need to find her. He drops blood vials. Usually this would be one of Hendrik's heirs. Ruin, I already picked it up, so it gives you a madman's knowledge if you play it for the second time. Took a shot there from Wheelchair Willie there. It's kind of funny, that's my email name. Yeah, he's shooting the cuck out of me there. Just get rid of this lady and they'll basically... Yes, and stop it. You see, they kind of go through these weird motions once you kill that lady. There's some cold blood in these little cells here and all that stuff. This is the exact same spot as Hypergen Jail that you might or may have not played earlier in the game if you gain access to it via the snatches and stuff. A lot of pickups, a lot of witches in this place. Before you go anywhere, pick up this blood chunk here first, and then you go through that little break in the wall. Drop down there. Kill the witch first, over here, and then go for the ogre. Drop down into the cage. Don't drop down behind Uncle Bob. Drop down into the cage, because the upper cathedral door key is actually located in this little spot where you drop in there. It's that little light down there. You're going to need that to gain access to the upper cathedral. Behind that, okay, on the left side here, we have another guy in a wheelchair with a big gun. Just get rid of him. Get rid of Uncle Bob's brother again. There's a reason why I call him Uncle Bob. I have these videos that I made very early on the channel about Tales from the Crypt. I called them Tales from Bloodborne, where Uncle Bob was one of my reoccurring characters. The first episode he got drunk and I had to drag him back to the graveyard. If you haven't checked out those videos, they're very early on the channel, but yeah, there's a playlist, Tales from Bloodborne. So yeah, please check those out and you can see where these names come from. Obviously there's another witch in here somewhere, a summoning witch. Just gonna get rid of these witches. Remember when you run towards the laser there, that amygdala is gonna shoot at you. Run to the right side first and immediately go left. and that'll miss you. That laser always follows the same path. Do not light the lantern yet. Go for the scurrying beast first, because it also drops blood chunks. If you wait too long, it's going to run away and disappear. So kill him first, then light the lantern. Okay. The summoning lady is actually, I remember now, she's standing on the corner of that balcony over there. So there's a guy with a gun. You can just drop down on him and get rid of him. There's some frenzied blood over there. Some red dogs. You'll see as soon as you hit the summoning witch, these guys go into a weird panic mode. Just gonna drop on her from here. A little balcony walk there. Look at them. As soon as you start doing that, they all go all funny. So it kind of gives you time to get rid of them. Got a smack there for my trouble. Kill this guy first before you go for those blood vials. There's 8 of them over there. Okay. Now this is basically where you play Hypergen Jail for the first time if you've accessed this area. And then you'll find snatchers here. Now you're going to find a lot of hunters here. NPC hunters, there's 3 of them. But if you follow this path, we're going to go for the blood chunks first. These are beasts. They kind of look like the main boss in this game, the one reborn. They're actually just modeled on the big werewolves and stuff, but all the dangling feet and appendages that you see, it actually looks a lot like the main boss. Okay, some frenzied blood over there. There's another couple of blood chunks over there. There's a whole video on the channel as well where you can find all the blood chunks in this whole area. There's about 35 of them, starting from this area right through Mensis, right through Murgo's Loft. So you'll have enough blood chunks to upgrade your weapon if it's your first time or second time playing this thing. But if you follow this path, you should be fine. You know, the enemy should leave you alone. Do not try and fight all 3 of those NPCs at the same time. Depending on your skill level, it could be quite hard. This is some bullets, which I couldn't pick up. There's some blood vials over here that I do need. That light at the back there, of course, it's another couple of blood chunks. That opening in the wall is where you actually reach the Dark Beast Paul boss. There is a video on the channel of that as well. Okay, what you do here, kill this guy as quickly as you can, because the other 2 is going to come running. So just sneak up behind him, get rid of him as quickly as you can, because the other 2 guys are already alerted, they're on their way. Taking on all 3 of these NPCs it's suicide. It's just this guy has one of those big cannons, so just be very careful of him. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to lure them to the side of the cathedral. Oh, almost got a shot there. If you played Hypergen Jail before you played this, you could have opened up the door on the side and you could have missed that completely. But this is also just a little bit of a shortcut. Now for some reason these guys got stuck in very peculiar places. They'll follow you to a certain spot and they'll just stop, which helps. I mean, again, kill them as quickly as you can. Again, you see I'm doing these fights HUDless, which means you can't see my power bar and all that stuff. It just, you know, it's just a cleaner video for me when doing these guides. For some reason, they don't want to go up those stairs or go past that thing. It's funny. Got rid of him. Usually they drop ruins for the first time as well. If you do it for the second or third time, they're always just going to drop either Bold Hunter's Marks or Madman's Knowledges. I think out of all 3 of these guys, this guy's the most dangerous because that cannon could be a one-shot. Well, he stood no chance against my flaming sword cleaver. Now, very interesting. You see that little burning pyre there in the middle of the floor. These flower pots. If you don't want to fight them like I just did there, okay, I'll get back to that. This is where you pick up the garment that I'm wearing, the Yhargul guard. Here's some Madman's Knowledges over here. There's actually some frenzied blood over here in the corner of this balcony. If you don't want to fight those skull flower pots, that's what I call them, you can always lure them towards that burning skeleton, because for some reason they just charge straight into them and basically burn to death. But of course, if you touch them, you're going to burn to death. So be very careful when you lure those flower pots. But first, let's get rid of the summoning witch over here. She's standing here in the corner. If you don't kill her, remember guys, then the red enemies will keep on spawning. Gonna go for some more chunks over here. Now this skull. Lure that. I'm gonna lure this one flower pot towards that thing. Over there's some bolt paper and there's another bolt, a blood chunk. But this is what happens if you lure this thing into this. You see, I took a hit there. Kind of takes a weird, and then the thing just dies. But now it's like oozing soup or something. Very tough enemies. They can be quite a handful. Like I said, there's another blood chunk or two over here. I think it's two of them, yeah. And then there's some bolt paper, which I couldn't pick up because I was already full. Okay. You see that wagon is swinging back and forth. There's one of those flower pots in there. Be very careful when you go for that blood chunk. Try and lure this thing out. And then, don't just go for the chunk because this thing could kill you. Saw me, so I think what the safest bet is to get rid of these things early and then go for the pickups. Don't just go for the pickups. Plus there way in the background is another weapon that you can also pick up, which is the Tonitrus. Interesting character design, this flower pot thing. Looks like something out of Hellraiser. Oh, it actually dropped a Beast Hunter's Kin rune. That's where you find the Tonitrus. It's this big stick with a ball that actually has bolt constantly on it. Very cool weapon. I have used it in some of my videos. I just prefer the serrated weapons like, you know, the sword cleavers and sword spears and stuff that causes a lot of blood damage. There's another citizen standing over here. Sometimes you can run past him and he won't see you, but sometimes he does. Okay, first of all, go up and activate this elevator. This is where you found the helmet that you're wearing. So if you should die, you could use this as a shortcut. If this elevator is activated, you just come down to this area, get into this thing. Face this way where that ledge is broken so you can jump into this window. Another shortcut for you. But we're first going to get another couple of chunks in this area. Get rid of this dog. Use your pistol. I mean, they keep the dogs at bay. That scurrying beast. As soon as you start killing the dogs, he starts running. So go for him as fast as you can. Another 2 blood chunks. There's another beast over here. Sometimes he'll drop beast pellets or twin blood shards or maybe a chunk. In this instance, I think he gave me a twin blood shard. He gave me a beast pellet. And there's another blood chunk. A lot of blood chunks in this area. We're done here, so we're going to go to that little transport bath and just move on to the other area. There's actually 2 of these baths in this thing that you can use to navigate you know, through the whole area. It's a big area and there's a lot of stuff to do. But you can come explore it. Just get rid of these ladies, because if they're standing all over the place, these enemies are just going to keep on spawning. There is also a video on the channel where you can actually summon and how you summon Yamamura, that NPC from the DLC, to help you in this fight. But that's a little bit, that's a video for another time. But there is a video on the channel for that. Okay, Madman's Knowledge over here. There was one across the way over there. I'm going to head back. There's actually a very cool tempering stone right around the corner. But what we're going to do is just get rid of these flower pots as well. There's normally a ruin around that corner where that burning corpse is. I'm not sure, I can't remember which one that is, but it's also a very strong one. I mean, if you have all the ruins, you know, it just makes your character better. You see there, I mean, if my character wasn't very strong, that would have been a one-shot. That thing would have slapped the cuck out of me. Okay, where that thing is, there's usually a ruin over here. I can't remember which one that is. Go to that little opening in that door. Then you're going to find a staircase. First kill the guy on the stairs. Kill this guy. There's actually a werewolf outside here. There's actually some blood vials if you need blood vials. Okay, that little light over there is some blood vials. There's actually one of those baths if you go up those stairs on the side there that also transports you. Some frenzied blood over here. Can't remember if that thing followed me. You can go through the gate. This is just one way I'm showing you, but you can go through the gate where we found this garb originally. You can go through the gate there. Just going to get rid of him. This is one of the more powerful stones that you can get for your weapon. It's a tempering bloodstone. I think it's a 5, so it's actually a good one to add to your weapon. So I would say if this is your only weapon and you need still to upgrade your weapons and stuff, go back to the Hunter's Dream first. Go and upgrade your weapon first and then come back to the boss. Now, of course, you can summon the NPC behind this this overturned wagon there. It's what did I call him again? Altar or Defector Antal. That's it. That's it. Safest bet for you is go in here, run up to the balcony and kill the witches first. While he's busy keeping the One Reborn busy. Because these witches actually throw stuff at the One Reborn, actually giving them more power, healing him, all that stuff. There's 6 of them. There's 3 on the one side, 3 on the other side. This is one of the coolest cutscenes in the thing. That moon that we saw descending from the Rom after the Rom boss fight. This is where the One Reborn comes from. Now, after this, a lot of things changed. This is where, if you followed Arihana's quest line, you know, all of a sudden she gave birth to something unholy or whatever. Everybody is. I thought the first time I saw that, I thought, man, he must have broken his neck after, you know, he hit the ground like that. But yeah, apparently not. Very intimidating looking boss. Can be a handful, but he can be very easy as well. For this video, if you're a first time player, let Antal handle him. Just run past him. Go and kill the witches first, and then we're going to head back to the One Reborn. Again, a serrated weapon works wonders for this boss. Any serrated weapon, in my opinion. Anything that causes a lot of blood damage. And of course, you can't go wrong with fire paper and beast blood pellets and all that stuff. So, okay, that's the witches done. Now just keep your eye on the One Reborn. He's gonna, at one point, he's gonna get this little red glow. What I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna stun him. There we go. And I'm gonna go for the Whirligig sword. That's why I love this weapon. It has this thing where you can just press your that. If you see that coming, move away. That could be a one shot, depending on how strong your character is. But yeah, that's basically Yhargul Unseen Village, my friends. And good luck with this area. Big one, very cool one, a lot of great pickups. When you're fighting these bosses, always remember, don't necessarily log on to them. Heal as much as you can and just keep moving. And you should be fine. But that's another video for today, my friends. Let's see what area we play next. I'll see you in the next video. Please take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you for being kind. And remember, you guys are awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, my friends.